All right, here we have everything we need to start our bead crochet. We have a crochet hook, a mini bead stopper that'll come in handy. We have the little ladder stitch starter tube that will help make the beginning of the bead crochet easier. And I've strung some beads in the spiral sequence onto the thread. So the first thing we want to do is make a slip stitch about a foot from the end of the thread. Cross it over, pull it up, there's our slip stitch. Put the crochet hook in there and tighten it up. Now I want to take not the working thread with the beads, but the tail, and using the mini bead stopper, I'm going to clip it together with the tails on the starter tube. Now I've clamped the mini bead stopper over the two white tails coming off of the starter tube and the tail of my bead cord. And I've given it a little bit of room before I get to the slip knot. So now how to hold the thread. With the stub, just keep the tails out of the way with that hand. Here I want some of the beads available, so I'm going to wrap it around my pinky a few times. I've got the beads in the middle, and then I could put this over my index finger. Start with just a simple slip stitch. Insert the hook under one of the thread bridges from the inside of the tube to the outside. Yarn over and pull through the thread bridge and the slip stitch on the needle. Now you just have one loop. Now we're ready to add a bead. Insert the crochet hook from the inside to the outside of the tube. Bring a bead down. Now, hold that bead in place with your index finger, yarn over, and pull through both the thread bridge and the loop on your hook. Now you have one bead on your tube. Go into under the next thread bridge, bring down a bead, hold it with your index finger, yarn over, pull through the thread bridge and the cord on your hook. Insert the hook under the next thread bridge. Bring down a new bead. Make sure the thread is coming over the hook. Yarn over, pull through the thread bridge and the loop on your hook. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this first round. Now I've completed the first round. There's 6 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my stub. Now I'm ready to do bead crochet round 2. I'm going to hold the tail threads out of the way with my right hand. I'm wrapping the thread a few times around my pinky. There are the beads that I need, and around my index finger. Insert the crochet hook under the first bead that you added in round 1. Flip the bead over the crochet hook. Make sure the thread is to the right of that flipped bead. Then bring down a new bead, and notice that in the spiral stitch, the new bead is always the same color as the bead that you just flipped. Hold that bead in place with your index finger, yarn over, and pull the new loop through both of the threads on the crochet hook. Let's do the next bead. Insert the hook under the next bead in round 1 and flip that bead over the hook. Make sure the thread is to the right of that bead. If the thread is coming up underneath the bead, it will be bad. Make sure the thread is to the right and coming over the hook. Bring down a new bead, and it'll be the same color as the bead that you just flipped. Hold it in place, yarn over, pull the new loop through both threads. That's bead crochet. That's it. Just keep doing that.